I'm in trouble.
What the hell? What did you just...
So what's the real deal with all these trail ratings? You've all seen Black Diamond, Blue Square, Green Circle from the Forest Service. And then you've also seen things like trailsoffroad.com rating trails 1 through 10. Here's the actual secret. The real trail rating comes from the U.S. Forest Service. These trail ratings are all relative. They're not subjective like a online 1 through 10 rating. They are relative ratings, meaning relative to each other. It's right there in the symbology. The easy trail is the green circle with the low amplitude, low frequency wave like that. That means the road is going to be relatively flat with a low frequency of obstacles. A moderate trail, the blue square, shows a higher amplitude, higher frequency wave pattern right there on the symbol. That means, again, that it's going to have more undulations at a quicker or higher frequency. And then the black diamond shows a high frequency, high amplitude wavelength. That jagged white line inside the black diamond tells you everything you need to know. And so when we look at these U.S. Forest Service trail ratings, they are relative to each other. So you hear some people say when they see someone on a black diamond trail, they go, well, that doesn't look like a black diamond trail. That doesn't look so difficult. The difficulty in this context is relative to the other medium and easy trails that I just mentioned. If you look at the U.S. Forest Service rating system in that perspective, you'll see that that trail rating is indeed accurate. It's not an attempt to be off-roading Siskel and Ebert, which is what some of these new online trail rating websites do with this 1 out of 10 nonsense. Well, I give it a 3 out of 10. That's my rate. That's your subjective opinion, and that's all good. But do realize when you're looking at trail ratings, the Forest Service is never going to be some subjective opinion. It's just going to be, hey, what are we looking at? A flat road, a somewhat bumpy road, or a very jagged road, or in the case of extreme red diamond trails, a super, super rocky road. That's all those trail ratings are telling you, and we found them to be accurate, and more importantly, they're fair. No matter what level you're at, if you go on a difficult black diamond trail enough times, it is going to become easy to you from your perspective. We've gone down many black diamond trails and we go up and it's fun the first time. Woo, it's challenging and yelling and screaming and laughing maniacally because it's new and fun and challenging and we don't know what to expect. And then I turn around and do it again and it becomes a little bit easier. I do it again, it becomes a lot easier. By the time I turn around and do it the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th time, it's super, super easy from my perspective. So a trail rating can never be one's personal perspective of what they think is hard or easy. Instead, it has to be rooted in a relative contextual basis. It's like a game of Super Mario Brothers. The first level is easy, then in the middle levels they're medium, and then the end level is super hard. But if you do the level select and go right to the last level and do it enough times, it becomes super, super easy because you've done it a million times. So in my opinion, subjective experience level based trail rating systems such as the 1 through 10 system are nonsense. Because what's easy for one person is hard for the other, and what's hard for someone is medium or easy to another. So the U.S. Forest Service attempted to mitigate that by just being as objective as possible and saying, what does the lay of the land look like relative to a flat, graded dirt road? Frankly, the 1 through 10 system on websites such as Trails Off-Road or whatever it is, 1 through 100, who cares? It leads to a bunch of egotistical nonsense that screws it up for everybody. Well, that Black Diamond Trail wasn't hard for me. I could do that blindfold. I'm going to rate that 1 out of 10. It was super easy. And then the new online trail rating gets derated from Black Diamond or Red Diamond down to super easy bunny hop trail. Remember, we're not talking about what vehicle you have or what your driver's skill is. The U.S. Forest Service is only concerned with telling you what the actual terrain looks like. So with that in mind, don't overthink these trail ratings. In my opinion, you should go by what the sign says. If it says it is a blue square medium trail, we have found that that's accurate when you take into context that everything's rated relative. We've never seen a green circle easy trail that wasn't anything other than a wavy, bumpy looking road like what you see in this symbol. We've never seen a black diamond trail that wasn't a bunch of jagged nonsense that again you see in the symbol. And of course there's going to be variations, but generally speaking, the little symbols they use are correct. Don't be confused by all this stuff. Go by the Forest Service rating and realize that the online news systems of 1 through 10 bring in a lot of egotistical nonsense of I can do that trail blindfolded, that wasn't hard for me, so I'm going to go ahead and rate it low as possible. Do realize that an extreme red diamond trail is easy to someone who's done it over and over again and has experience with that trail. Does that then make the red diamond extreme trail not extreme anymore because that person finds it easy because they've done it a million times in their lifted beater from Craigslist? No, it's still an extreme trail no matter how easy the person finds it to be. So let's cut the crap with all the trail rating nonsense. It's very simple. And no matter what difficulty level you are off-roading at and no matter what vehicle you're off-roading in, whatever you do is going to become easier the more you do it. But it's disingenuous to suggest that just because a brain surgeon can do brain surgery easily, that it is easy for everybody else too. Then he should therefore get on brainsurgeryratings.com and rate brain surgery a 2 out of 10 in difficulty.